Aloha, welcome to Live Yoga channel. I am Tara, the metabolic therapist. So happy to welcome you today to our Trust Your Gut Club, where we talk about all things digestive wellness, yoga for the organs, so that we can clarify and purify from the inside out. I am Tara, and I'm super passionate about gut health and gut brain health. Last week, I launched my story. It's a 3.5-minute trailer that shares a little bit about how I got into metabolic therapies because of personal health issues that came up for me in my later 30s. So happy to welcome you here today. I see that there's some people here. I'd love to share, ask me anything about your guts, your microbiome, digestive best practices. I'm of the mind, if you joined us last week, I'm very much, I utilize the power of intermittent fasting as well as carb consciousness. And carb consciousness can mean keto. It can also, whereas keto, though, is a spectrum. I hear lots of times from clients, people saying, oh, I've tried keto, it didn't work for me. And it's like, well, I can't see that the standard American diet is very helpful or healthful either. So finding carbohydrates that work best for your body to support your most vibrant health is what I love to do when I'm working with clients one-on-one, because each of us is so unique, right? So if you were here with us last week, or you went back and watched, pardon me. I'm doing an update and on my computer, and so I don't know what it's doing. So nobody's here right now. Welcome. Stand by. I'll be right back. But if you're just joining, please go ahead and write some questions. Anything you'd like to chat about. We're talking digestive wellness, carb consciousness that works for you. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hello. All right. So we were talking intermittent fasting. We were talking carb consciousness, all things to alleviate the stress that happens from here all the way down to our gut. So I'm happy to welcome you to the Trust Your Gut Club. Anything you'd love to ask, I just want to share with you. I often am supportive and very much suggest that when we're feeling bloated and achy and things just aren't right in our digestion, and it starts to impact our thoughts and our feelings about ourselves and the world, there's plenty going on out there. We don't need increased stress in here to muddy up our thoughts and feelings. So I'm a huge fan of, you've got some digestive distress, let's take a break for a meal and do soup. My suggested favorite soup is a bone broth soup. So you can do that, say, for dinner, instead of having a big meal, sit down and just allow yourself to drink a cup of bone broth, or if you want to put it in a bowl. So, just soothing, easy to digest and assimilate. And the bone broth is so filled with amino acids and good, protein building blocks to help repair and soothe the digestive lining. So if I'm feeling off, just skipping a meal, and doesn't mean not taking in nourishment, but doing it in a super gentle way. And just, do that for your dinner meal, take a nice rest, and then wake up in the morning and notice if you just feel better. And if dinner isn't doable for you, sometimes I'll simply do bone broth or a soup for lunch. Just simple. Like I said, all things nourishing, easy to assimilate and digest, and let it be soothing. Oftentimes, our body simply needs a rest. We are this human form is designed perfectly to repair itself. And as you're probably aware, that our repair mechanisms happen while we sleep, right? This is our parasympathetic nervous system, also known as rest and digest. So when we take a break from, sitting down to a full meal, and we simply have soup or something really easy to digest and assimilate, the body doesn't have to work so hard and turn on all of its faculties to, digest. Even what we think might be a healthy salad, it could be, cold and damp and hard to digest. And, it actually could stimulate more immune response, which, causes inflammation. And we can see that in our eyes. I see it sometimes in my wrists and ankles, when my body's inflamed. So when I feel puffy and I look puffy, that's a sign that my inflammatory response is up, which lets me know that my immune system is up, my immune response, my body's, trying to fight something. And so, like I said, coming back to taking a break, just give ourselves some soothing, nourishing broth for a meal, and let that stimulate the rest and digest and heal from the top down. So, all right. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer. Ask me anything, what might be real for you. I'll keep it, private. Lots is going on, especially with the holiday season. Lots around like boundaries and people getting putting pressure on, whether that's to drink more alcohol, to eat foods that maybe we normally wouldn't. So I'm curious, like, what are some things you do to stick to your self-care practices, your protocols? Like, how do you deal with that during these times? There's so much going on, and then to have pressure from outside loved ones because they want a drinking buddy or a fall off the wagon buddy. There's ways that we can simply say, like, actually, I'm working on a new protocol and it feels really good. What are some ways in which we can express our boundaries, and then simply change the subject and move on, so that we don't have to go round and round to defend ourselves, stick up for ourselves. Simply, say confidently what we're doing, and, how I'm working with alcohol. I've been off alcohol this year, and I feel lighter and brighter, and it's so much more helpful, especially with all the stress going on in the world. Having the hangover, it just makes it that much harder. And I found, like, as I'm getting older, those hangovers hurt a lot more. So, helping others to, how would I say, like, it's not my job to judge anybody else. Personal choices are personal choices, and I don't have to take pressure from others. So when I simply say, like, I feel clear, I feel more bright and more able to stay on my my health protocols when I'm free of alcohol, people usually leave me alone. Or I say, oh, I'm working with bubbly water. I really like to drink bubbly water. It's like Pellegrino and such. That gives me that, like, fizzy drink, and I can have fun and be around people that are imbibing and having lots of fun without having to feel pressure and such. So what other things are you doing to support yourself and to stick to your protocols? Let me know. Happy to hear from you. All right. Well, if that's it for today, I'm happy to transition. I'm so grateful to be with you here at the Trust Your Gut Club, where we talk about all things digestive wellness and emotional health, so that we have the self-care tools and practices to take care of ourselves when it really matters. Those challenging moments when we cave into pressures or stress. And I'm feeling happy to be support for you and to continue to offer this Trust Your Gut Club so that you can come get to know me a little bit, as well as some of the ways that I love to share helpful information. So if you're interested in learning more about my one-on-one programs, I work with women one-on-one over a 12-week period so that we can make big changes in a slow, methodical way. This will start with clearing out your pantry and getting rid of lots of the inflammatory foods and starting fresh. So we'll clear out, start anew, so that your taste buds change, your entire digestive system changes, and then the outlook to life. So if you haven't set up your free discovery call with me, please do so. You can do that at my website, themetabolictherapist.com. I'll put that here. And then we can begin your metabolic makeovers. So thanks so much for joining here today. Please leave a note if you enjoyed our time here. Please let me know what you'd be interested in. Subscribe, like, share with your loved ones. Keep coming back. We meet here on Tuesdays at 12 Hawaii time to talk about all things digestive wellness. Have a beautiful day. Cyber Ohana. I'm so grateful to share this with you. Aloha.